Are you getting a lot of clicks on your website, but you're noticing your retention rate is just plummeting through the floor? Well, you're not alone. This is something I constantly hear from people about their direct to consumer websites. And actually, the audit to figure out whether or not this is an you issue or a hosting issue is super simple and super straightforward. So, let's say that you have a website, and on your website, you actually also have a pop up of some kind. Typically, this is very normal. You're trying to gain information, tell people about things. In this case, they're trying to talk about being the winner of Best Denton County 2025, media group. Fantastic. However, the super simple thing to understand is that pop-ups like these, especially on mobile, if they're not mobile compatible, can cause extreme lag issues on your website. And what this does is immediately, if you're going to take more than a few seconds to actually end up loading, people are just going to immediately leave your page. So, how do you actually check this? Well, super easy. You can actually come on over to Page Insights, PageSpeed Insights, I should say. This is a free application, and you should be checking this not only on desktop, but also on mobile, because many people in this day and age are searching from mobile. And if you're running things such as meta advertisements, Google search advertisements, any of the above, or even display, people could be going directly from even their mobile onto your actual page from their phone. So, looking at this desktop wise, we're fantastic. Our performance index, some areas accessibility could be a little bit better. Our largest contentful paint is a little slow, but not super slow, not slow enough to cause anyone to leave. And this looks great. If we were to just look at the desktop version, we would say immediately this is fantastic. There's a few different areas of some latency we could be improving on, but nothing all too bad. However, we head on over to mobile, it tells a very different story. So, mobile is very not friendly. This is one of the big issues that I typically see is that people will have developed their website obviously on a desktop. They focus on desktop users, but the reality is the majority of people in this day and age are using this little thing that is in their hand at all times. This is a lot of people's primary computer, and you don't think of it as a computer, but this is what most people are going to be clicking on ads from. This is what most people are going to be looking at social media, going to web pages, booking appointments, trying to find information, because this is very, very accessible and something people are using pretty much every hour of the day. However, when you're looking at a computer and you're developing a website, a lot of times you develop that website with the thought in mind of, yeah, people are probably going to find my website, and this has to look really good on my monitor. And I have to make sure that it works accordingly on my monitor. And so this is something I just see so often of people will check their desktop rating. They will look at performance from a desktop section, but never look at the mobile side. So if you are looking for a very, very quick way to just optimize your site in general, make sure that any landing pages, any pop-ups that you have are also going to be exceptionally mobile friendly, and make sure that your site in general is geared towards mobile. A lot of different site developers, even Shopify's own internal tool, will tell you nowadays that essentially you can have a mobile friendly version. You can switch between the two, but just because something looks okay on mobile does not mean that it is actually going to perform on mobile. And if you are taking roughly 20 to 30 seconds to have certain aspects of your site load on someone's phone, I can guarantee you that your retention time is going to be very much lacking.